G'day guys, it's Jed here from Ventilberg Nurseries. Beautiful cold morning today. It's sitting about 1 degree. We've had a frost, but I thought we'd give you a bit of an insight on what we're propagating, what's coming through, and yeah, nothing stops growing around here at this nursery. And there's a heap of stuff that we're propagating right now that's going to be available over spring. So I'll give you a bit of an insight. So these here are a beautiful Scabosia pink. They're absolutely beautiful. They get about 600 high, 600 wide. Beautiful pink blooms through spring and summer. So this is how we propagate them in little plugs, and then they go into larger pots like a 140. As well as we might even do some of these in tube stock for people to buy. They are a perennial, but they're a little bit frost sensitive, so they're fantastic for putting around your sides of the house, of your houses, underneath eaves, or even in pots, and put them on your veranda or deck. Also here we've got an Agaranthum pink. So yet again, when I can pull them out, they're in beautiful little plugs. So he's almost ready for a bit of a prune. These are dwarf red tea trees. As you can see, they were only done about a week ago. So they're pretty nice and little pretty little cuttings there. They don't look like much, but they definitely will once they've rooted. Here we got Viburnum timus. So they're a really tall type of hedging plant. So they'll get to roughly 2 meters tall, about 1.8 meters wide, to 2 meters wide. They're great for hedging, so you put heaps of them together, so make a nice little hedge block maybe around your boundary, stop that wind, even give some of your plants a bit of a shade break over summer. They're extremely frost hardy. So they were plugged roughly about a week ago. Some more silver wormwood. So they're your common more silver wormwood. So they're a very slow growing shrub, fantastic for keeping pests away. And this is your common green wormwood. And this one's a bit more vigorous. So if you've got a spot that you can't really grow anything, this is, and you want to keep some pests away, like mozzies and mites and around your chickens and everything, these are a go-to. So we've got some blue point junipers that we're propagating. They're quite pretty. These are, we only done these yet again about 7 days ago. These ones here are Dianthus Heart Attack. So they're a little bit different to most Dianthus or Sweet Williams, which fall under the carnation family. We did have them last year, and they were extremely popular, so now we've got them in a 200 count tray. So we're going to have hundreds and hundreds, absolutely hundreds, available for spring. They're a great low-lying shrub, ground cover. They've got beautiful red stems. You can see there, that's the start of a red stem. Some of them already started to set root, which is really, really cool. So they're and they're not really grown for their flowers, they're more grown for their foliage and their stems, because they give a bit of a different color. So they're called Dianthus Heart Attack, and they are going to be the available over spring. We've got some more veggies like that we put in about 2 days ago. So these are like your dwarf peas and your beans. So they've only about 2 days, and they've already started coming up. And then a few other veggies around here. Yet again, these were all put in about 2 days ago. Lavender Avonview. Now, yes, we have literally hundreds of lavender Avonview in 140mm pots, which just got pruned. Now, these lavender Avonviews, they're absolutely stunning. One of our most popular lavenders that we propagate and sell. These ones here are going to be going to tube stock, so we're going to sell them in a 6-pack tube tray, and they're going to be available over the next couple of weeks. I mean, as you can see here, this one's almost ready, so he'll get potted up into a 6-pack tube tray, and they'll be available shortly, so that way people can have the option to bulk buy without breaking the bank, basically. Yeah, so then we got Abelia grandifolia nana. So they're the dwarf compact Abelia, beautiful green foliage, but they only grow to about 600 to 800 high approximately, with little white flowers, so they're absolutely stunning. These are Cistus brilliancy, beautiful little cistus, and yep, they're ready. So they'll be potted up into a tube tray and then potted into a 140mm pot for spring. What else do we have here? Now we're in our cool down greenhouse, so this is quite cool. It's not heated. The first one that we're in is actually our seed room, seed and propagation, so that's always sitting at around about 20-25 degrees, and this one here we let it cool down overnight, so even though it's 1 degree outside, it's about 3 degrees, 4 degrees in here overnight. The greenhouse structure keeps a lot of the heat in, but it just helps us regulate everything. So this is what we call the cool down area. So as you can see here, we only just potted these up about 2 days ago. These are Hebe Weary Image, an extremely popular Hebe, and this is the first year we've had these. So all these are propagated ourselves. You know, absolutely beautiful. These are Hebe Inspiration. Yet again, this will get to around about anywhere between 600 to 800 high. All these are evergreen. They normally flower in spring, winter, and autumn. Sometimes they'll flower in summer, but most of these are all year round flowering. They're just a bit more sporadic over winter, where spring and autumn, they're full of blooms. These are Lavender Royal Crowns, so they're in plugs, large plugs, so they're about to be potted up into a 140mm pot and get a bit of a feed. What else have we got here? These are a Hebe, what are they? Hebe SPPs. So they're a short Hebe, so they only grow to about 300 high, more of a ground cover style. These are Cistus Rock Rose. They produce beautiful white flowers. They're a ground cover, and they're absolutely stunning, ready to be potted into a 140mm pot, so they'll be ready over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm hoping. And these are all the other plants here. So we've got some more Hebes here. These geraniums, they're an ivy geranium, so almost a pelargonium. But they're an ivy geranium. These are about to get a technique, what we call stopping, which is then going to make them bush out and fill up this pot, so they'll be absolutely stunning come spring and summer. So it doesn't look fantastic at the minute, but they definitely will come spring. Now another thing we have here is these are enormous Tom Thumb. So yet again, they're an evergreen. They're part of the boxwood family, like an English box. They get to about 600 to 800 high, and same in width. So these are absolutely fantastic if you want to plant them 450 mil apart. They're going to fill up the hole very quickly to make a really nice low border. Now these are a Abelia grandifolia sparkling silver. Yet again, they produce nice little white flowers, but they are grown for their foliage, and they do most of their growing actually over autumn, surprisingly. But they are extremely cold hardy, really easy to grow, and they're more of a low-lying shrub, so about 1.2 meters high. So as you can see, we have Aphalias too propagating, but you get that. It's something that's out of our control, but these are absolutely stunning, and they've been in here for roughly about 6 weeks, and they're about to be potted. So now we're going to walk down to where we've put more of our plants on a bit of weed mat to try and keep the weeds out of them. And these were potted about 4 weeks ago, and we've already started taking some plants up because they're growing a lot faster than what we thought. It's really amazing to see. Here we have, yet again, all this is propagated ourselves. Absolutely everything. So these are very, very popular. This is a Diamonda silver carpet. Extremely cold hardy, great ground cover. This one is a Helianthus fire dragon. Beautiful, stunning orange flowers. They get to about 400 high, 800 wide. So they're more of a bit of a ground cover shrub. Absolutely stunning. These are enormous gold thumb. So yet again, they're like the Tom Thumb. They're part of the boxwood family, but they have beautiful, stunning green, yellow foliage that stay that way. And now we have enormous gold rocket, yet again that boxwood family, and they have that bit of a variegation leaf. So both of them make beautiful low-lying hedges, and they're very low maintenance. More Hebe Marie Antoinettes, they only get to about 300 high, so they make the perfect low maintenance. You can use them as a hedging border, or just put them every now and again, a bit sporadic, and they work extremely well as a bit of a decorative piece. These are a ground cover saltbush. You use them, a lot of orchards are starting to use them to deter pests and diseases, as well as keep the wildlife away, because for some reason, I don't know how it works, but yes, they have been doing trials on the mainland, putting this type of saltbush around orchards, and it's been keeping the wildlife away, and as well as deterring pests and diseases. So I don't exactly know how it works, so I'm trying to find some more information and get some information out of them. But yeah, it's something that really would be beneficial, as well as it does reduce the salinity in your garden. So they don't look like much. They need a prune. They will be pruned over the next week or so. But yeah, that's Natural-Plax ground cover saltbush. More Hebes, lots and lots of Hebes. Another type of Hebe. These are Lavender Royal Crowns and 140s, so they're about to get pruned, so they bush up. Lots and lots of lavenders. This one here is Blushberry. This one's even flowering, look at that. lavender blushberry. This is lavender silver prince. Look at that stunning silver foliage. Lots and lots of plants. So if you like having a bit of a look at what we're doing around here, that's only a very small proportion. Trying to keep it short, see what people think. So we don't do videos really, so yeah, this is all kind of new to us, but we've had a lot of requests for us doing videos to show people on what we actually have, and a bit of behind the scenes. People seem to like or seeing what we're doing behind the scenes, so we're going to start trying to do a bit more of that as well. So if you like what we're doing, just comment and tell us, and always interested in feedback and what are the plants you would like us to stock. But just bear in mind, everything we do grow around here is propagated ourselves. There isn't much that we've actually bought in, so yeah, hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea on what's going on. And yeah, we'll do some more videos hopefully very shortly. And yeah, if you like what you see, just leave us a comment.